Today I have two very badass American sports cars. Here we have a Shelby GT350R and here we have a Camaro ZL1 1LE. I've driven both of these cars, the Shelby more extensively, and I love both of them because they're just absolutely insane for what they offer for the money. We talk about some of the basics. The Shelby gets a flat plank crank 5.2 liter V8. It makes 526 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. The Camaro also has a V8, but it's supercharged. This thing makes 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. Both are front-engine V8, rear-wheel drive only, and 6-speed manual transmission only. So they really approach this hardcore, track-focused V8 muscle car, sports car thing in sort of similar and also sort of different ways. A couple more details. They both offer things that are really unique. The Shelby has magnetic ride suspension, it has carbon fiber wheels, which made a pretty big deal. And the thing that's most special about it is that engine. It revs to over 8,000 RPM, and the sounds it makes are unbelievable. The Camaro here uses a different formula. It's a lot more downforce, a lot more torque, and also the DSSV spool valve shocks are extremely advanced. It's pretty much race car technology, which allows the thing to throw down amazing lap times. It handles amazingly, but the big downside is it literally hurts you on roads. It's not comfortable whatsoever. Today, we're going to be doing a direct comparison between the two. I have both of the owners here. I've driven both of the cars. They have not driven each other's cars, so they're going to swap cars, drive, talk about what it's like, and then we'll discuss, literally from an ownership perspective and from someone who's driven them both, what is it like to either own each of these and compare them directly. So this should be fun.
Oh, this is not in...
Yeah, you want to go loud mode? There you go. That's what you want.
Oh my God.
All right, so we just hopped in the Shelby 350R with Vic. Yep, we'll take a left here. So you own a ZL1 1LE. This is your first time driving a R, right? You've driven a regular 350.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First thing, the visibility. Oh my God. Like, I keep saying, you know, it's not bad in the Camaro, but
yeah,
it's when you get outside, like out of the Camaro and you drive a Mustang, then you realize how bad the visibility is. So, because when you did the review, I'm like, it's not that bad.
Like, yeah, it is. It is really bad. Now that you see the perspective.
Yes. Okay, second thing. You don't need to do an exhaust in this car.
No, it's 100% perfect. But you feel like you need to in your 1LE, right? Yes.
So, the other thing I wanted to ask is how much of the fact that the car sounds so good makes the motor feel good? Like, is it
I'd
the motor?
I'd say 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
So I really want to do another comparison with my car
with an exhaust.
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
Does the engine characteristic change?
Yeah.
As a driver?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's me personally. I really miss making noises because I have a hybrid. Yeah. So like when I drive, I love blipping downshift in this thing.
Oh,
it's so crazy. And then rev it out, get it up to. You short shifted. You got it. That's what I did the first couple times I drove it. I'm like, oh crap! I just shifted at 6,000. There's 2,000 more to go.
I shifted at 4. Just
4,
so you guys know.
Yeah.
So two things I've noticed right away. I think the ZL1 revs faster. It might be just because it revs up to 6,000, but it just revs faster.
Okay.
The rate at which it accelerates.
Okay.
The engine.
The engine builds RPM. Okay.
A lot faster than this. However, this revs higher. Obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
The second thing, no torque.
Yes.
No torque. I mean, I'm more used to short shifting in my car because I could be in 6th gear and pull.
Yeah.
This one, you gotta
rev it.
4,000.
You gotta rev the hell. Yeah, we'll keep going straight. We'll head towards Heinz Drive. Do a little loop there.
Oh man. Okay, well, this gives it a chance.
Yeah. So okay, now that you've driven at a short little distance, we've talked about a couple of the early impressions.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? You currently already like more than your car?
It feels smaller.
Feels smaller. Okay.
It might be the same weight, but
they're very close. I think.
It definitely feels smaller.
Feels smaller.
It might also have a lot less power, but it still feels smaller when you move around. So,
yeah.
I've only gone in a straight line, but
that's true. Ride is the other thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. It's so comfortable.
It doesn't hurt as much.
Not.
I mean, the seats aren't as comfortable as yours.
It's not.
But the suspension doesn't beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit, but I knew that I was gonna get into it. Like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew I was gonna track it. I've already done 2 track days on my ZL1, which.
Okay.
Oh
and you just went cross country.
Yes, I did go to Pikes Peak with my ZL1.
How many miles?
2,500 miles.
How painful was that?
It's not too bad in Nebraska, but when I came back to Michigan, oh my God.
It's like, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
It's.
So It's not a road trip car,
Mhm.
and I think GM tells that too. Like, if you want a road trip car, just get the regular ZL1, not the ZL1 1LE.
Yeah.
And people who have the regular ZL1, they love it.
Okay.
They love it.
A lot more. That one has magnetic ride, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does. It does. In fact, I think it's softer than this.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right, you gotta run it out.
Oh my
It's just
God.
endless RPMs.
Yes.
So, like you said, no torque, but revving it out, for me, it's just
Yes.
right next to each other.
So, in the ZL1, you're obviously accelerating at a faster pace.
Yes.
So you're nervous. I'm like, oh my God. you're
That's
getting
true.
Pushed. So you don't get pushed in the seat as much.
No.
But your ears,
Yes.
the exhaust.
That's the reward.
So you feel torque in the ZL1.
Mhm.
You hear good noises in the GT350. That's
So then,
somehow.
down to you. Do you still prefer the torque?
Yes.
You couldn't last.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I came from a BRZ.
Ah,
so
okay.
I was always low on
Take it right
power.
here. Yeah.
And I always wanted a car with more torque.
Okay.
So
So this is actually, in similar ways, you have to rev the hell out of it, like a BRZ.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a little smaller and a little more nimble than the ZL1, which kind of just pounds corners into submission.
I know if I say this, people are gonna hate me, but I feel like this car is a V8 Honda.
Like an S2K?
Yeah, S2K basically, where you gotta rev it up
Yes. Yeah.
to get the most out of it. But the ZL1 is just a regular big old V8.
Yeah,
That's how
it's a
I feel.
classic. Just
Yeah,
put
so-
some boost into a big old
Yeah.
V8 and go.
I think the regular Mustang GT makes more torque than this downloaded.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I thought my
See?
Boss 302 almost felt more torquey than this thing. Yeah.
But
Anything you don't like about it already?
the interior.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, the interior, it doesn't feel like it's in the same class. Like,
All right.
if I paid $65,000,
Mhm.
you sit in that and you sit in this, you definitely feel they put a lot more money
Okay.
in the ZL1. Like,
But now does that really matter? Because you're not getting this car to be a luxurious. Like it's all about
not,
the driving.
It's
yeah.
not, but
It's nice to have anyways.
yes,
Okay.
it is. So the way I look at it is, I'm losing on power.
Yes.
And I'm also now losing on interior. Okay, I understand it sounds good. So
Yeah.
my question now becomes, if I get an exhaust, do I get some of that?
Yeah.
back,
You'd
right?
just be
So-
perfectly happy then.
So interior, it's night and day in my opinion.
Okay.
Just the features.
Yeah.
However, I love the seats though.
The seats are very
it's
nice, yeah.
More bolstered.
Mhm.
One thing when I took my ZL1 to the track,
Mhm.
I was all over the place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
all over the place.
Do they offer 2 different levels of seats
I
or just one? That's the only seats they
only
give.
one, so
Interesting. Let me take a left here.
okay.
All right, so then the quick overcap, then you've got visibility is way better. Revving it out, obviously, it sounds
Yes,
way better,
yes.
but no torque. Interior isn't quite as good.
Yes.
A little more nimble.
It is more. So it's more like a BRZ to me.
Okay.
So if I got from the BRZ to this,
Yeah.
I think I would feel more familiar.
Yeah, it'd be
Versus
similar. Okay.
me when I moved from the BRZ to the ZL1, I'm like, whoa, it's completely different. So this feels more exotic in the engine department.
Okay.
I gotta admit.
I agree with that.
However, well, you know what? Let's see what
Matt thinks
yeah,
of
Matt,
your
what-
car,
what
and then
he
we'll get
feels
together on the
for it.
outside. We'll talk
Yep.
about both of them together.
But after looking at all the reviews, like track reviews,
Mhm.
knowing that the suspension in the ZL1 wanted, yeah, it's harsh,
Yes.
but it's motorsport.
Yes.
It is motorsport.
But dude, just listen to that. Telling you, that is the most addicting
It is.
sound and feeling in the world. And it being a manual, you just get to do all of it.
Yeah.
You can take a stick it right here. I just have
that
a massive.
noise.
The thing is, like, I can't be sad in this car. I will always have a gigantic smile because of the way it sounds. That's the
God,
thing.
Damn, I mean, it doesn't have torque down low, but
No.
like up top,
Yeah, it gets going.
I can't even hear you.
No.
I don't even know what you said.
You just hear that flat plate crank
Oh, yeah.
V8, and it's so unmistakable. That's the way. What do you think about the styling? Which one do you like more? Because I think.
In general, the Mustang looks better. Like
Okay.
The whole range.
Yeah.
The Mustang, in my opinion.
Okay.
Even I work at GM, and I'm still saying this.
Yeah.
The Mustang looks better.
Mhm.
People might, argue
Yeah,
with
everybody
that.
has their own opinion.
However, I think the ZL1 1LE looks more special than the GT350R.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Is all the Mustangs, to a non-car guy,
Yes.
they all look the same.
Yes.
I see a lot of people look at my ZL1 1LE. I'm like, what is that?
Exactly.
So it looks more special. That's all I'm saying. But overall, I think the Mustang body lines are just better.
I think your car looks more aggressive, especially with the canards up front. It looks wider, lower, the gigantic wing. It looks evil. This looks good too, but it's a little
subtle.
Yeah, it's less overtly, I'm a DTM race car right in your face. Whereas yours going down the road, you're like, holy shit, what is that thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
People don't believe that it's stock. They thought I put them.
Oh, really?
No, it's completely stock.
Interesting.
So Chevy's gone completely,
over the
race
top.
car.
Yeah.
They moved. I mean, well, Dodge is staying true to Musclecar.
Yeah. This is now
Mustang's more like Canyon Carver GT still.
Yes.
And I think Chevy's gone full track.
Yeah. So. Well, I think we've covered pretty much everything here. We'll hop in the car with Matt in your car. We'll see what he thinks, and then we will convene and see what the consensus is going to be. All right. All right. So now we are in the ZL1 1LE with Matt here, who owns the 350R. I'm not going to tell you anything that Vic said about your car or this car.
That's fine.
So you were just sitting in the parking lot playing around the car already. Mm-hmm. Do you have initial impressions?
I like the fact that this car has more tech than my car.
Okay.
The digital center is bigger. It has more modes. You can see like your diff stuff. You can see temperatures. Mm-hmm. My car has that too, but I like the actual like the layout of everything. One thing I don't like is the electronic park brake. I like that mine has a manual park brake. I'm an old school guy, so I like that. Other than that, the heads-up display is better.
Yes, it's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
More info.
Compared to... That is nice.
That is torque.
Yes.
That's what all Vic would talk about is torque. I'm like, yes, there's a lot of it. But
my back's already hurting.
It hurts, yeah. Okay, so those are some initial... So overall, would you say that the interior is nicer than your car?
I would agree, yeah.
Okay.
There are, ever since the new Camaro came out, I was not a fan of the interior based on certain things.
Okay.
Just me being, I guess it's just my personal taste. I don't like that you change it this way.
What?
I think it's
I love
schooly.
that.
Personally, I don't like that.
Okay.
I like having a button to turn it rather than twisting, because it's an extra motion you do rather than pushing a button. Okay. That type of thing. I mean, I like the buttons all on the bottom. The display, it's all like nitpick shit. So, or stuff. Excuse me. The center screen being tilted down rather than straight. That type of.
You sound like a Mustang out there whining about the most little detail.
I'm not whining. I'm just saying that that's my personal preference.
Overall,
however, and I work it for it. I've been in like I don't know how many Mustangs I've been in that I'm used to them better. Okay. But this is the third Camaro I've been in. I drove a normal ZL1. Mm-hmm. I did it with winter tires on like a 70-degree day going from one building to the other. Yeah. And that scared me. Okay. But I like the overall feel of the car. It feels very visceral. I like my car better just because it rides better, and I think in the long run I won't have, herniated discs driving my car compared to this thing. But,
it is quite uncomfortable.
And I agree with Vic when on his video that overall I think I wouldn't drive this every day. Mm-hmm. I drive my car every day.
That's true.
Every single day that I can, that's nice outside, that's not like, disastrous outside in Michigan. Yeah. And I drive it every day, and it's comfortable enough that I don't have any problems. This I would, it would only be to car shows. It would only be like a Friday to work, because I drive 30 miles a day. Yeah. So on 94, so I'd be dead by the time I got here. But overall, I went into this thinking that I'd hate it, and I'm a little impressed based on this car came out 2 years after my car. Yes. And the car hasn't changed. My car hasn't changed in now 4 years. Yeah. Maybe a little bit with the 19, but this came out later, and I think that it shows based on the overall tech, the overall, it feels nicer. But going back to like, I don't need heated and cooled seats. It's nice to have, but I don't like that.
Lotus.
Nice.
I like the cooled seats though.
I do too, as an overall feel though, but I wouldn't have it in my track car. I'd rather have it in my
comfortable,
in my daily, or car that I'm not driving on the track. But we already have to slow down. Slow Lexus.
Yeah, that's the thing of this car. That was my biggest takeaway. You're just like, so much power all the time.
It's instantaneous.
Whatever gear you're in, RPM, you just kind of plant your foot and you're just, okay, there we go.
Right.
And the Shelby's, if you're in the right gear.
It punches you and it just holds you in the seat. It's great. The Shelby, I mean, you don't have a lot of, there's no torque. It's unless it's like way up in the RPM range, but I don't think that that's the whole point of that car. I think the whole point of that car is the engine, the overall revving experience. Like revving that car out to 8,200 is just
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This thing, I'm gonna go through that. Whatever. Oh, damn it! I think I hit the roof.
Oh, my head hit the roof.
All right. We're gonna change this mode. Let's go
back to tour.
Yeah. Hold on.
So yeah, it rides very hard. The visibility isn't as good. Right?
Actually, the rear visibility, other than that, the window literally looks this wide.
Yeah.
The wing actually gives me more visibility than in my car.
Oh, really? Okay.
The wing on my car is tilted.
Oh, okay.
So I literally have no visibility out the back.
They're both not great, but
no. And the one thing I was going to say in this video was I never loved the visibility in here. Everybody says it. Someone blowing up my phone.
Oh.
Jesus. I don't like that.
Okay.
That it auto revs for you.
Like turn it off then.
I don't know how to
pull the ref match switch again.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Should be an engineer. I know that stuff. The analogy I gave my friends was it's like driving an M1 Abrams. You feel like you're in a tank.
Yeah, that's a common way
I was going to wear a tank helmet, but I couldn't find one in time. But I'm going to hang right, I guess. Jesus.
Even in tour mode.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I love the power, as everyone would.
Yes.
I do think the interior is better. I do like the interior.
Okay.
It's growing on me. I like the center cluster, the gauges and all that. It looks real nice. The heads-up display is nice. I think the car looks mean.
Yeah, so styling-wise,
it's good. I think they missed the boat on. I'm going to slow way down for these. Oh, God. Train tracks.
We did not pick a good road.
No, we did not. I like the styling of this car. The normal SS doesn't do it for me. This car looks so mean and aggressive. I love the Shelby styling, but this is a good competitor. Supercharger whine.
Yeah. Other thing is supercharger whine. The sound, it's missing the sound. It needs an exhaust.
That is the other thing too. I forgot that my car sounds so much better exhaust-wise. If you put the extra exhaust on here, do any aftermarket things to it, it probably will sound great. Like Chad's car sounds great, but overall they missed the boat.
We've talked about this with Vic too, but like it's the same motor pretty much as a Z06, which sounds beastly. So they put a really restrictive quiet exhaust on it, which like it's the Fallout track monster. Like you see how painful this car is. Why do you care about making it
exactly, or at least a mode to change it, or make it loud or something. You know?
That's
I don't know if it has a mode to change it, but
I think it's
only on that
modes. Yeah, with
like for mine, you can switch it whenever you want, no matter what mode you're in.
Yeah.
But I have yet to open it up again, and we've been talking so much.
All right, so let's head back, get you a little poll, and then we'll go and talk between both of you guys.
All right.
I'm not going to do much talking. I want to hear you guys discuss with each other now you've driven each other's cars.
Alrighty. Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah, that was my reaction too.
Pardon my French, but that is awesome.
It gets going.
Well, that's what 200 extra horsepower and 100, or actually, sorry, 200 extra torque.
Yeah,
and
100 extra horsepower.
100 extra horsepower.
Well, yeah, and similar weights.
Similar weights.
I mean, tire setup,
I think it's a 100-pound difference.
This is heavier a little by a little bit, but it by far makes it up with that torque.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
It approached it a different way. Okay, I'm glad you like it, because I like both. But
if I had to choose it again, even though I had to wait 2 years for my car and I had to pay markup, I think I would still go with the Shelby.
Okay.
I am very biased, as everyone can see, with my hat and my shirt and all that shit. And I work for Ford, so I like the Shelby better. But this is a really close
you could really respect this car too.
So I just got back driving your car, and I still have my back, which is good. Quick pros and cons of your car. Originally, I didn't think I'd love the car, the previous gens, the interior stuff, but I love the way the interior looks. They did a better job.
Yep.
This generation of Camaro's a lot better. There's certain things I don't like, I mean, that's nitpicking myself, but to increase and decrease the volume,
But it just
not the
looks
volume.
nice, though,
I know
the
it looks
design.
nice. The design looks nice, but leave it that way. Don't make it function that way. But I love the heads-up display. I love the infotainment. I mean, I haven't played with the infotainment, but I love the way it feels. Rev match, that's another big thing with this thing. I could do without it because I'm used to downshifting in that car, but seats I like overall. If the car rode better, that's a con. I'll get to that real quick, but the seats I feel are a little lacking, although they have better features.
Yes.
Ride quality sucks, as we know. Visibility I could probably live with, but overall it's not as good as that car.
Yeah.
But yeah, but overall I love the power. It sounds good as an engine sense. The exhaust is lacking,
work,
but
yeah.
but you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So overall I loved it, and I appreciate you letting me drive it.
For sure.
So
What do I think? First thing, when I took that car off, the clutch feels weird, but like I got used to it. But the next big thing is visibility. Like we keep coming back to the visibility, but it's a huge aspect of these two cars because it makes the car feel smaller, even though if it weighs the same and the overall dimension is the same.
Yep.
It just makes it feel smaller. You know, I'm taking a left turn, I can just see so much.
Yeah.
So it just feels like
whereas
a
you're
car
trying
change.
to look and see if you can make it. Yeah.
The next thing is, this is something about the engine that I noticed. I just felt like the engine revved slower compared to this car. And I have a theory behind that. Is I think that flywheel on the Shelby, it just might be a heavier flywheel, which is why I felt like I could downshift a lot better than this. It was just so much smoother downshifting. The revs, came down slower than this. What did you think about rev matching?
I liked it. I felt like they revved the same, but to be honest, I think that sensation could be changed with your torque. When you have so much more torque, so much your car accelerates
At a higher.
so much faster off the line, at least the sensation, because you literally, it's visceral. You're like, oh Jesus. That car doesn't rev as fast or doesn't accelerate as fast, so I think that's where you're getting it from. However, I don't know. We can time it, but I don't know. But
so maybe it could be that this starts to accelerate at 1500 RPM right away. That car, you're waiting, just like a Honda. I think it's a V8 Honda where all the power is up top.
VTEC, yeah.
I mean, people are gonna hate me for saying that, but it's all the power is up top. So you're waiting, and when it hits, it's all the way up top, and it just sounds amazing.
And it just keeps going.
You're trying to, look at the RPM, but by the time it reaches 5,000, you're like, oh my God, it sounds so cool. I don't care.
I want more of it.
Exactly.
I want more. Yeah.
So that, like, in terms of interior, by far, this is a better interior, hands down. For the same amount of money you spend, this just feels more premium. I mean, I guess that's not the point of those cars, but you're still paying for the interior. You're going to be spending most of your time inside.
I honestly think the interiors, if they were swapped, it makes more sense because that car rides better.
Yeah.
You would expect a better interior in that car than you do in this car. This car, you'd expect to not have a side seat.
Yes.
You'd expect not to have rear seats. If it was flip-flopped, I think I think that car would be such a better choice.
Yep.
But it's almost like a mind twist that they have this better interior and that car rides so much better. But
they put the race suspension in, but they also put the luxury, so like heated seats, cooled seats,
right, exactly,
heated steering wheel. I mean, I'm never going to drive this in the winter, but I have heated steering. I mean, whatever. But like, I do.
It's nice to have.
I do use it.
It has snow and ice mode. It does. So if you ever get trapped, you can do it.
But it comes with like our compound tires.
Well, that's when you put normal summer tires. You can drive in the winter. It's just not approved.
Yeah.
And with almost it's 6.5, 650 torque.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble real fast.
Both these cars have the same tire specs.
I know.
I mean, 305, 325.
I think I changed it to 325. It had 315s, but they're the same. It's 11.5-inch rim.
So I think I have 11 up front and 12 in the back.
Okay.
Similar size.
Yeah, it's very similar. You didn't mention the seats. What do you think of the seats in my car compared to yours? Other than the heated and cooled, we know that's better.
Yeah. So when I took this car to the track, I was moving all over the place. I didn't feel like the seats for a car that's supposed to be track oriented. It didn't feel like a track spec.
These feel
seats.
more like a touring.
GT, yeah.
Touring. Yeah.
Those seats are nice. That's all I have to say. It's just perfectly nice. I mean, I wish it had cool seats, but like the feel, the material feel is good. The way it looks, I think looks cooler, and it just holds you in place a lot better.
And as a fat guy, I agree with you, because that seat, it's a little wider, but I'm deeper in the seat.
Yes.
Although the butt is too tight for me, but I live with it. But this one, again, it's the reverse, because these seats probably would feel better in that car, and those seats would be great in this car.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed, the rear wing on those, it looks smaller than my rear wing, but then it's like the angle of attack, it's twisted, so it actually blocks more than my car. Would you agree?
I agree with you that the rear visibility in this car, other than that the window is this tall, at least in the rearview mirror to me, that I actually can see more.
Yeah, that's something, you know.
I wonder the downforce differences between the two.
I think this makes 300 pounds. I don't even know what.
I'm not sure.
And I don't think Ford even.
We usually don't tell that stuff, because whether it's good or bad, we don't tell you anyway. Like, we don't go to the Nürburgring anymore for certain reasons, but we don't care. We're just gonna put out what we want.
I think
to do
GM's now very aggressively trying to get like lap times. You know, trying to.
Well, it's good news. Like the GT with VIR, and now the ZR1 beat it. So it's people want that, but
it's competition. Yeah.
I think we're what, almost 7 minutes, but anyway, overall, I think you would agree that you can't go wrong.
Yes.
If you want an overall, like, more power, more torque, more luxury, this thing is good. That car drives better, and I think if you're doing it more daily, that car would be better.
Yes. Aside from the fact that I work at GM and he works at Ford, which
biased.
is the reason why we're biased. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to quickly point out is the pedal position.
Oh yeah.
Back to that rev match. So the Camaro comes with the bottom-mounted gas pedal, and the Shelby comes with the top-mounted gas pedal. So some people prefer
one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
And I myself like the bottom pedal. How do you feel about that?
I went to the Track Attack the weekend before this, and I actually, the way that you would down or heel toe in that car is you have to go threshold brake.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have to be heavy on the brakes, and then you can reach the gas pedal. Whereas if you normally hit the brake, you can't reach it.
Yeah, I see.
This thing, I had to get used to it, because this is one of the only cars other than like a van, and other than that, not saying that this is a van, but this is the other, like the bottom end. Yeah. So I think this is better for heel toe, but then you have rev match. Yes. So it kind of defeats the purpose. But anyway.
I mean, GM gave a lot of features.
Oh yeah. It's nice to have a bunch of features, but overall,
can't go wrong.
Yeah, thanks for letting me drive your car.
You too.
Yeah.
I love that car.
I love this car.
I'm so happy both GM and Ford make both these cars, and we live today.
And that we have the ability to do this.
Yes.
That we can sit there and go, which one's better? And now you guys can in the comments, which one's better. It's going to be a debate, which one's better. See. But anyway, thanks.
Subscribe.
Yep, subscribe.
And there we go. That's the comparison between the Shelby 350R and the Camaro ZL1 1LE. We had the actual owners here, people who live with the car. They own the car, they drive it, they track them. It was really cool hearing their opinions, how they felt about the different vehicles. Pretty good in-depth discussion. If you want to see my personal opinions on them, I've done reviews of both of these cars, and we've done ownership videos. There's a living with the Shelby GT350R video. They're both amazing vehicles. I mean, getting into them back and back, driving them, they are unbelievable. It's really cool. Hope you guys like this video. Hope to make more things like this too. I think the ownership aspect of it is a very cool thing to bring in. Thanks for watching, guys.